Oh, I don't hate that.
Yeah.
So we're good now.
Oh, are we back up and running?
Yeah, we are back. We are back. So,
Nice.
I'm going to share this.
Can they hear us?
They should be able to hear us.
Excellent.
I'm going to go here. I'm going to exit out of this one and this one.
If you can hear us, thank you for your patience while we legitimately navigated some technical difficulty, but Eric got us up and running again.
There we go. All right, we're back. Yeah, I'm not positive what happened. I'm going to jump on Facebook and share it. Make sure.
Thank you guys for holding tight while we navigated that. We're excited to get this table up and running now officially.
Yeah, we're working everywhere. Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
All right. Hey, sorry guys. I don't know what happened. I have my suspicions as to what happened. Well, let's look at this action. Ooh, ace jack. Gary 16.
And it just lets it go without even a thought.
Oh man, I wish I would have been paying attention more.
Preston is all in with ace king.
Now, see, the problem is they can't go so fast. Craig can't fold so fast because
We can't see it.
right. We've got to set up to show the hand and the next hand. If he goes fold,
Then it skips the hand
we don't
after?
see that hand.
Okay.
So he knows that, but 10 minutes ago when we had difficulties, he came running back here to make sure everything was right. So all is forgiven on that hand, Craig.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say that's not your fault. Abel found us again. He's one of Scott's friends. So here's what I think happened, and I don't know this, but I think this happened. I set up a YouTube scheduled stream for 9 o'clock. We didn't start streaming until after 10, so I don't know if Streamlabs messed up. And because it was scheduled, I don't know. But I went on YouTube and saw all of these scheduled streams, so I deleted them all. Scott's getting it all in with King Jack.
He's frisky on this table.
He probably saw how conservative he played yesterday.
And is using his image.
Wow, he's going to be in trouble against King, Queen, and Ace Jack. Both of them have
bigs,
dominated.
And he lets it go with 5 bigs.
He did get Michael to fold.
Preston has to call, right?
Going to call. And Scott's in trouble because one of the kings is folded.
Yeah. All right, so he is drawing to a king.
He's drawing to a king, and we know at least one of them is gone.
Or, I guess, a potential straight.
He could get a straight or a heart flush. We saw that happen yesterday.
Yeah, well, even a king flush if it rolls out.
Well, oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Spades.
so he's got both live flush draws.
And he needs exactly a king. There's only one king left.
Not quite there.
No. And so if you 10 minutes ago when our cameras locked up, that's what it looks like when we're between cameras.
Oh, okay.
So we've got the...
So we still have some image.
Yeah, we've got that seat, and it's transitioning to the overhead flop, but it didn't quite get there when our switch froze up.
Gotcha.
This, if you've watched our stream, this is a software glitch that we're working on with the software programmer.
Nice.
Abel says good run for Scott. It was a good run, and he's still in. Don't count him out.
Yeah.
Remember yesterday
he
was down to 4 big blinds, and he came back. So, and then
it looks like he has about 20 right now, so he's in a similar situation.
Yeah.
Especially if that's a purple chip on bottom or a pink chip.
Yeah, pink.
Yeah, so he might actually be. It is pink. So he is going to just go all in blind.
With his 2 big blinds. Oh, and then ace 10.
Ace 10.
Ace 10 shoves his 34,000.
You know, if he wins with the ace 8 by beating ace 10, that's going to be the discussion still.
Oh, man. I will crop that one and post it tomorrow.
Side by side.
Boom.
Ooh, king 10, so that's good for Scott because now it eliminates another 10. Diamonds are starting to look pretty cheap.
Gary has 145,000, though. He could call, hit a king, and knock them both out.
Here we go. Now Scott's drawn to an 8. Or a potential chop, I guess. He can get 2 pair on the ball. Yeah.
He could get heart flush. He's got 2 flush draws. Thomas only has 1 flush draw.
Here we go.
60-40 standard. 10, 9. or Jack 4, 9, 8.
And he hits the 8.
But Thomas is open-ended. 3
trip
8s for
eight.
Scott.
Ace, Jack, trip 8. Wow. He lives. Look at that. He's going to do it again.
Let's go.
He just beat Ace 10, so there you got to crop
bumping. I mean, if he wins the tournament.
it. Oh, no. I say you crop it anyway.
Yeah,
I like the drama.
I might crop that one anyway.
Frank, thank you for liking the stream.
Hey, somebody go jump on YouTube and say something. I just want to make sure.
Thank you, Chris.
I want to make sure that our YouTube chat is working. I've got Glenda and Abel chatting on Facebook. I want to make sure the YouTube chat is also working. All right.
Christopher liking the stream. Thank you very much.
Annie first.
Yeah.
Big blind Annie. The ante is first.
It is for us. So pocket twos, only 4 big, so the pocket twos are going in. Oh. The pocket twos just flatted?
Yeah. He just called the 6K.
Okay.
Somebody's all in. Oh, they're talking about it when somebody goes all in with less than a big blind. Okay.
Right.
Chop it up.
Counterfeited,
Aces and
up.
9s with a 10 kicker. He's going to be happy to chop it.
Yeah, he is. John Barry, thanks for liking the stream.
For liking the stream. If somebody...
So anybody from YouTube...
Anybody on YouTube, if you're watching...
All right, here, I tell you what.
You can jump on there and say hi?
Give me just a moment.
Sounds good.
And we'll just test this out.
Yeah, I just want to see if people are watching on YouTube. I can't see it right now. Chip and a chair. Thomas has 2 big blinds left. 17K.
There we go. All right, so I just sent it, and I see nothing coming across.
Okay. So our YouTube is not
YouTube is not chatting.
Okay. Interesting.
Eddie, I mean, there are comments all through YouTube.
All right. Hey, guys, if you're watching on YouTube, we can't see that. What we did when this happened before is just had that open so we could pay attention
Follow
to
along?
the chats. Yeah.
Well, Poker Monkey is watching. We got quite a bit. JC Sound Guy, Hey PM.
I'm sure Captain Underpairs is in there if he's not driving. So Ace Jack, under
Preston's
the gun
got
plus
some fans.
1, goes all in for his 21 big blinds.
Eddie says, what's up?
7 raises, 16,000. 8 fold. 9 goes all in.
Okay. Oh, Pocket Kings is giving him protection.
Look at that. The very next hand. From 2s to kings.
Yes. So the big blind is all in the dark. Thomas. Mm-hmm. So he has 9,000. So he only gets 1,000 from every player because 8 of his 9,000 goes into the ante. So he only gets 1,000 from all the remaining players. The small blind, Bobby in the 7 seat, Michael in the 9 seat. So there's going to be the 8,000 ante plus 4,000 more. So he should have 12,000 if he wins this hand with Jack 8. I don't like his side of it against Ace Jack and King King.
Right.
He needs to get a couple of 8s, but Scott just got a couple of 8s. Maybe Lightning can hit twice. Oh, Ace Jack 7.
Wow.
He's got 0% chance of winning now. And the hand is done. Ace Jack wins, takes out Thomas and Michael. Just like that, we're down to, I think, 5 players.
And this explains the conversation that we heard.
Yes. I did not see any comments on YouTube, Chris.
I just got done letting them know that we can't see any of the YouTube comments. So we're glad that you can hear us. We cannot see you in the chat. We're following along on our phones just to try and help include you into the conversation.
Here it is. They're down to 6 players.
And
they're negotiating to give $200 to, which is a $200 buy-in. So 6th place gets their money back.
There you go. Chris Mays puts it out there and says, I think Gary wins 3 weeks in a row. He is a beast.
6 killer.
Yeah. And seat 2, Gary is a hard man to beat.
Yes, he is. He's making good folds. He's very unorthodox.
Yes. Yeah.
I saw him fold hands that I didn't think he should be folding, and I saw him jamming with hands I didn't think he should be playing. He's just a very unorthodox player, and it serves him well. I like his side of it.
So I've seen Ralph now, I think, fold pocket 2s. There was another small pocket pair, and now the 3s. I'm curious what he does.
He just limps. I don't love all the limping with small pocket pairs at this stage in the tournament. They're not deep enough to set mine. I like raising, and pocket 3s are a lot more
Strength.
Yeah, they're a lot
Six-handed?
stronger 6-handed than they are 9-handed.
And when you face a large
Right.
bet, a significant raise, I should say, pre-flop,
Easy to fold.
pocket 3s feel like, you know, pocket jacks, pocket queens when you're all the other players. So you use that image, especially for Ralph, who is seemingly a tight player at the table
Right.
anyway.
Right.
Now,
Gerald on break was telling me Ralph was giving him just a hard time earlier in the tournament. He said he makes big raises when he does come in. Is what Gerald was telling me there in the drinking his water.
Yeah.
He was heads up against Danny a few weeks ago, probably a month ago,
Interesting. Okay.
and he's a good player.
And Bobby, didn't we see Bobby on a stream recently? Also playing. I feel like he was in that same seat, and I'm trying to remember the scenario.
I don't remember.
But he came in, maybe it was a cash game, but he came in later into that seat.
8 bets. 50,000.
Wow.
He's going to be sticky, right?
It was a limp pot. You could easily have a 7 here. He bet 20K, Bobby did, and Ralph raised it to 50. I think he has a 7 if I'm Bobby and I fold. This is the kind of headache that Gerald, this is the kind of headache that Gerald said Ralph was giving him. Just very aggressive, and I'm surprised he limped pre-flop. But once he did, he told the story that I have you beat. And I could see the cards, and I would have folded.
So in that case, and this is one of those, so this is a tell that has served me well, and I don't know if it's just something I've gotten extremely lucky with. But Ralph, when he makes the bets both times, he then covers, he uses his right hand, and he covers his mouth like this while he's waiting patiently. And I've gone down this road many times where when people cover their mouth, they historically are not as strong as they want you to believe.
Okay. So they're like protecting something.
Right.
So like they feel weak, so they're
They hide.
trying to, that makes sense.
And it's a very subconscious thing, but
There we go.
I wonder if he does that again, and we can just see if there's a history for it.
So Scott's all in with King 7 suited for his looks like 7 blinds. Gerald with Ace King is all in with 116,000.
My goodness.
Scott's going to need spades or a 7, or he's going to be eliminated in the money. $200 for 6th place.
Right. So at the very minimum, he's going to get his money back.
All right, slow down,
Spade would be
Brian.
drama.
Slow down, Brian.
King. Ace is going to take the chop.
Ace is going to take it.
Yep.
Gerald.
And we eliminated Scott. Scott, good run. 2 final tables back-to-back days. I hope that means we see you tomorrow as well.
What do we have tomorrow?
Tomorrow is our Black Chip Bounty.
Black chip, $300.
That's a fun one.
That is a fun one.
Black Chip Bounty Day.
$100 bounty for everybody taking. I love that one.
And don't forget, if you're a veteran, not only is it Black Chip Bounty Day, but you also get to come in and claim your 5 hours of free cash.
Yes. While we're shuffling, I'm going to look in the chat. Chris says, small, fun history lesson on Gary Six Killer. He was the world foosball champion for several years.
That's a fun fact.
That is a fun fact.
I like
world
that.
champion. I mean, maybe Dallas champion, but world champion? That's amazing.
That is amazing. I have
Foosball?
so many questions right now.
I have questions.
Where do they play that championship at?
I mean, this is like gold. Speaking of gold level champions,
Speaking of, yeah,
our new chip runner,
brand new, Luis
Luis
Giannis.
Golden gloves, gold medal winner.
Gold Olympian, gold medal
boxing.
winner in boxing.
That's
Yeah, he is brand new to our room. He is a chip runner. Oh, I'm gonna pause.
Oh, big hand.
All right.
Ace against QQ. Ralph has him out chipped, but it's all going to get in. There's no
Oh, my
scenario where they
goodness.
don't get it all in pre-flop.
Yeah, this is a big hand about to be played.
And
Buckle up.
yeah, Ralph is in bad
Yeah.
shape.
This is going to be a
against
fun one.
Bobby. Bobby looks down. You don't have to act, Bobby. You notice there's no hand protecting his mouth.
Right.
He's just, I'm all in. I'm
right.
not afraid of anything.
And a snap.
It's-
Here we go. And it
Oh.
plays how it plays.
Yep, that hand was decided when Brian cut the deck.
Here we go. It was a big pot.
There was no scenario where that doesn't all get in pre-flop.
So this ends with a new chip leader, no matter what.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Ralph has backdoor spades, not coming.
anymore.
He's got exactly 2 outs. He needs a queen.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
And just like that, folks.
Oh,
Worst hand in, best hand out, and that's poker all day long. So almost $500,000 in chips right now, which means Ralph has more than half the chips in play.
wow, that. I'm speechless. That's hard to do. So Bobby takes home $561 for 5th place.
Thank you for playing, Bobby. Congratulations.
Oh my!
What a rough way to end it.
Ralph, 496,000 chips.
Safe to say
62 big blinds.
We've all been there
Oh wow!
on both sides of it.
Yep. All right, that's it for Brian, and we've got King in the box.
Eddie King. It is, I think you're hard pressed to find a nicer personality in any poker room.
I'm a big fan of Mr. King.
All right, so we're down to the final 4. The discussion has began.
Yeah, let's
we can
listen
turn
to
up the
these
mic.
guys.
What's first? First is 1700. Almost 18.
1787.
1787.
I give up 200, y'all get what?
So they're talking. Let's just even chop it.
Yeah.
Gary's saying no, not interested. Not
play on.
interested. Gary doesn't mind chopping when he's got the chip lead, and they're going to give him the money. But
he's not trying to take lesser.
No. He's like, I'm not trying to get a 3-way chop. I'm not trying to be on the losing end of a 3-way chop, 4-way chop.
And for me, and I know we've had this discussion
Yeah.
ad nauseum now, but I believe in my ability to play, and I especially believe in shorthanded tables.
Yes.
That if I have anything close to even an average stack, I feel like I have an edge.
Right. And maybe we're just cocky, but I'm the same way.
Yeah.
But Kid Rock says it ain't cocky when you back it up. Queen hits on the river, Chris. Aces against queens, queen on the river. So the other thing besides that, and I tell this speech every time, it's hard to get, even in a 30-person tournament, it's hard to get to the top final table, much less the top 4.
It absolutely is.
I don't want to lose this.
Nope.
I don't want to lose this experience. I want to know what this feels like. So when we're playing for $500, it's not a big deal. When I'm playing for $50,000, it's a big deal, and I want to know how to play. I want to know how to play four-handed.
And the only way to get that experience is to actually do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
And it was a lot different when online was legal in America, and everybody could hit, final tables 3, 4, 5 times a day just
Right.
in their pajamas.
Right.
But now when you have to go live, it's a lot more difficult.
It absolutely is. The poker population is stunted now. You can hear the conversation going back and forth. They're having a good time while they discuss it.
And I don't mind adjusting the payouts like they did. Like, let's take 100 off top and give it to the bottom.
Shuffle it around just a bit.
I don't mind that, but I don't want to stop playing.
Right.
And I don't want to make it so absurd that playing doesn't matter. Like, I don't want to, hey, let's all take 5,000 and play for $100. I don't care about the $100. I'm not going to do that anymore.
Right.
I want this situation. Preston has
I like
pocket
this shove with the
sixes,
sixes.
small blind, easy shove.
Yeah, and this is the time when you're four-handed and there is no chop coming.
Get aggressive.
Get it
now,
right.
Just to play stereotypes. I've seen Preston around. I haven't watched him play. I'm going to give him. You know what? I'm not. As a stereotype, I would have said he would be more aggressive than the other
would too,
field,
just because of his
than the
youth.
old man coffee
Yes.
drinking, tight conservative players. But this crew is not that.
No.
These
Isn't.
guys
But
get
if
it in.
you were brand new to this table,
Yeah, I'm giving the edge to Preston.
I would too, just walking in, just because
Just
of
by
his youth.
stereotyping.
Yep.
But knowing Ralph and knowing Gary and knowing Gerald,
Preston is
these
going
guys are,
uphill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might be the tightest one at the table,
I
actually.
think, yeah, and I'm going to say without knowing Preston's game too much, I've seen him play a handful of hands, but we've seen the rest of these guys play quite a bit.
Right.
I think that he is probably the weakest player at the table with the most to learn
He
coming into this. Doesn't mean he can't win.
no.
But coming into this, he is battling a really stout table.
He's up against the who's of Poker House Dallas
Yeah.
right now. With Gerald and Gary for sure. I'm don't know as much.
About Ralph. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ralph having more than half the chips in play, though. That's a mountain for anybody
Yeah.
to navigate. But shorthanded play is my favorite.
6 calls, 8 chips.
Your hand range becomes very wide. Connecting even a pair becomes big in shorthanded play. So you see the diamond draw for Ralph.
8 bitch, 21,000. 6 fold.
And Ralph picks up another hand.
Alrighty. So Preston with 124,000 chips. That's 15 big blinds, just ahead of Gary's 6-killer, who's a short stack, and that's why he's like, I'm not going to chop it. I'm not taking fourth place here.
And I don't blame him.
You
Because
know.
you're going to get that anyway. If he
Chris-
busts next, so
Yeah.
you might as well fight.
Exactly. I mean, he might be getting a couple dollars in equity that he doesn't care about.
Right.
Fun story about Gary. He snapped at me on the floor when I made a ruling, and I explained my ruling, and he kind of smiled and said, "Come here," and like gruff, and he reaches into his wallet and pulls out a $20 bill and goes, "I can be an
A-hole?
I had to edit myself. I can be a jerk sometimes," and he handed me $20 tip, and so that's the kind of guy Gary is. He's a good guy,
He's a genuine guy.
and he knows that as soon as he did it, he probably went, "That was too
That
rough."
sounded different than I meant it to be.
In the sincerity of my apology, here's $20. You know, I do apologize.
Yeah, he's a very sincere guy.
I'm a fan.
So there it is. 13 bigs now for Preston. Gary and Preston about in the same spot. Gerald's got a little bit more room to breathe, and Ralph is just the dominating mountain.
6 fold.
If this played all the way out, it'd be an interesting heads up.
So here we got a jumper. Preston's all in with king high. That's the type of moves I like to see from.
Especially when you're at the bottom of the stack. Yeah.
Exactly. He's not interested in ICM. As soon as he gets by Preston, then the other guys are excuse me, as soon as Preston gets by Gary on his left, the other ones don't want to lose chips and bust before Gary does.
Right.
When Gary's 6-killer has a short stack. So it just gets through. And those plays King 7, not a great hand, but four-handed it is.
It absolutely
And
is. And against
in
the best of them,
blind
I mean,
versus blind.
Right.
You know, when he's up just against.
This is another one with Queen 5 I would probably make a move with. A suited Queen 5 on the button.
All right. see, Gary makes it 40K, and it didn't matter. He had pocket fours.
Now, I have noticed that the raises here seem to be really high, the sizing. So when you do it,
especially based on stack size.
well,
he
yeah,
has
stack
a-
and blinds.
Yeah,
I think
went
my raise
5X.
sizing would be around 20,000.
right, exactly. 17.
Yeah.
And he makes it 40 with his fours, or shove all in with your pocket pair.
Right.
Is the other thing I would have done.
Yes. Yes.
Chris Lego likes the stream. Here's our VPIP. Oh, it went away too fast.
Ooh, Preston. Oh, and Gary, they get
Oh.
this. Well, although I've seen Gary make really tight folds, so I,
have,
say they
but
get
forehand with ace jack suited. There's
Nope, there it
yeah.
is.
I don't expect him to
All
ever
right.
fold ace jack suited four-handed.
Yeah, so here we
Now,
go.
The nickname you gave me last week, chop block.
Chop blocker, yeah.
Gary's a chop block. I think if Preston beats him right now, the other three chop. And Gary's the chop block.
I like your prediction. You're probably right.
He got the queen. Yeah, C1, C2.
Both suited hands.
Yeah, we got ace queen against ace jack.
Here we
And
go. Good luck,
I
gentlemen.
changed the programming so the overlay stays on the screen right here.
Oh.
Because when it kept disappearing, I would
Then you
forget what the
it
cards
was?
were.
Yeah, absolutely. I would
So
too.
I went, you know what, I'm just going to leave it on there. So we got the king, king, jack. Gary needs exactly a 5, a deuce to chop, or a jack
yeah.
to win. He doesn't get it.
Nope,
He's going to
and we
take
lose
4th
six
place
killer.
for $612.
And Preston takes second place in chips right now.
Now, there's 25 seconds left. They're going on break, and they're going on break right now. So, well, 10 minutes ago. So I do not expect they're talking chop right now. Let's listen.
It's like 1 minute.
Gerald says, let's wait 1 minute.
I don't want to play one more hand in the blind.
King says, I'm not waiting. I'm dealing a hand.
Good for King.
Oh, they are on break. Okay.
They finna chop.
They want to chop ICM or what?
I think they're gonna do it.
I'm good for ICM. Let me check.
Oh, it sounds like they are agreeing to an ICM chop.
Preston said, I'm good for ICM. ICM, for those of you who do not know, is called Independent Chip Model, where they take the remaining prize pool and they take your chips in play. Everybody gets the next cash out. Like, everybody's going to get third place money, and the rest of it they're going to award based on your chips. So if you have...
So they assign a value to each chip.
Exactly. So let's say, I'm going to make up numbers. Let's say there's $5,000 in the pot. And let's use the math easy. Let's say there's $4,000 in the pot. And Ralph has 50% of the chips in play. He would get 50% of the money. And the other two, if they had, let's say, 30% and 20% of the chips in play, they would get 30% of the remaining money and 20% of the remaining money.
So the prize pool is exactly
Yep. So-
commensurate to your stack.
Yep. So, and fortunately, we're on break right now because I don't pause the clock when they do this.
Right.
So if they want to talk chop, that's fine. I'll stop dealing, and they can talk chop, but the clock keeps running.
Absolutely. And that's to keep the game motivated forward.
Exactly. Preston's thumbs up for
Good
every.
job, Preston.
He doesn't know which camera's on him, so
Oh,
he's
I
giving a
love that.
thumbs up to every camera. That was great.
Yeah.
And
Preston played well. That was fun.
I love it. And he says, I'm good. I'm good with an ICM chop. So they're going to, you can see Iliad and Craig doing an exact chip count, which they have to do anyway between the breaks.
Right.
Just to keep everything, make sure if there's any mistakes, we're going to be accurate. And so they're going to do an exact chip count. They're going to put that into the calculator. And you can see King in there typing in what the money is. I'm going to wait for them to come back. And he's going to tell them what they're going to get. So it's like 1,200 per second, I think he said.
That's what it sounded like. It.
I think so. I think first place might want more, but
Let me go ahead and start stacking these up.
All right, King's going to keep doing his job. So we're just going to wait a few minutes for them to get off break.
Well, this might be one of the quickest final tables we've had.
It really is. It's a
Very
half hour.
efficiently played, yeah. Yeah, I know we had probably 5-10 minutes of difficulty,
Yeah.
but
What happened
this was a
was
fast stream.
the short stacks did not double up. Like normally, the short stacks will double up
And they
double
trade
up,
money around a
and
little bit.
we get down to 5 big blinds apiece. But this time, the big stacks sucked out.
My goodness.
Or the big stacks held. Ace ace against queen queen. Entirely different tournament if the aces hold there.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we had the one instance of the double knockout.
Yes.
So you can see the discussion. They're catching up the other players to the numbers.
So third place is going from 700 to 1100. They're all thumbs up in that. We're done.
It sounds like it's locked in. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Fist bumps all
Great
the way
job.
around. What I love about this from it's horrible
Look
for my
how
TV show.
friendly this is.
You know,
I love
it
this.
messes up my TV show, but it's great for the players.
Yeah.
You know, instead of getting 1,700, he gets 1,400. Instead of getting, so he gives a little bit of equity away, but it's a poker tournament, and he could go out in third place for $700.
Right.
So to lock up that guaranteed 1,400 is great for him, and from a business standpoint, it's good for the dealers because we've already taken the money we're going to take from this to split up amongst the dealers.
Absolutely.
If I can get it done 3 hours early, they're going to make more money. And last night we went until 1:30. And tonight we're done before 11. We weren't even at the final table last night
Oh, my goodness.
at this time. And now we're done. Here's a shot of the room. And with the new camera.
Yeah.
We've got that one tournament table that we just moved. Other than that, what do we got? Terrell's over there.
Sorting a deck, so that table looks like it just broke.
I think it was a bomb pot. I think 8
you're
and
right.
9 were bomb pots, and they just combined on table 9.
And I'm looking at it right now, so we still have 7 1-2 tables, and it looks like we're opening up another one right now.
All right,
3
let's,
2-5 tables with a couple people on the list.
I'm going to turn the camera back on us because who doesn't want to see us, right?
Yeah, right. And then we also have a $5 PLO 5 card.
5 PLO.
No,
card?
$5 bomb pot. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And then a 15-30 mix table. That's been going on since 1 o'clock today, I think.
I love that mixed game. I think Frankie's in that. Is he?
I saw Frankie here earlier.
What's
It's
on?
right there in table 2.
Okay,
So
right,
right at the very
here?
top of the screen.
All right.
And I don't see him in this angle, but it doesn't mean he's not playing.
No, he's not. Frankie's over here in table 6 that's off the screen right now.
Oh, okay.
So whatever that is, that's probably
a 2-5 table.
Just 2-5 probably.
Yeah,
All
would be
right.
my guess.
Beautiful. So if you're following the Next Gen Poker Boys on TikTok and Instagram and all the cool things that they do,
Yeah.
you can go see what he's doing. We got Big Fish down there in the bottom left corner.
Exactly, and I think that's a 2-5 table.
Yep. And so I want to go happy birthday to
Butcher.
my boy Butcher, and he's not sitting down right there.
So
on
he
the
might
table
be
4.
either taking a break or called it a day to go celebrate.
If that's still his seat, though, he's got a bunch of chips.
I would
So
not doubt it.
He's got some happy birthday run good going on.
There's nobody that deserves it more.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, big fan
Class
of Butcher. That's it. Tomorrow we have $300 black chip bounty
On Veterans Day.
Veterans Day. Come in, veterans. Thank you for your service. Free to play
Thank
every
you.
day, and tomorrow we're going to give you 5 hours. Appreciate you. 6 o'clock, $300 buy-in, black chip bounty tournament.
So let's do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'm not positive. I think we might be streaming a cash game tomorrow.
Okay.
But if
No matter what, we're streaming something.
we're going to stream something, I'll either stream the final table or we'll stream
a fun cash
a
table.
sit and go. That was
Oh,
fun.
That was a blast. That's right, because
That-
everybody started to say, I actually
Yep.
really enjoyed that.
That was,
All right, so
and
no
that's
matter
what we did
what-
last week. We had that big. I was
exactly
remembering
right.
last week. I remembered we streamed. We had a big storm last week,
Yes.
and we didn't have enough players for the tournament.
No. Yeah, because it was massive tornado scares.
It was bad. They shut down Choctaw.
Yeah.
Shut down the WSOP. But what we did is we grabbed the 3 or 4 players that wanted to play in the tournament, and we were overstaffed because we didn't have a lot of players. So a bunch of the dealers jumped in.
You reacted fast. You
And
created this tournament in like 3 minutes.
That's how I go.
And we had the sit and go ready to go. It was ready for the stream. It
9
was a
players
lot
sit
of fun.
and go. It was a lot of fun. It's on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. You can go back and watch it. That was a really fun one to watch.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Really fun one to comment on. So we'll do
we
something
got
tomorrow.
options.
Tune
We're
in.
definitely streaming tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be super fun. That's it. And then Sunday, just to reiterate, 1 o'clock, DeepStack
Doubleheader.
Turbo at 1 o'clock.
Yep.
$125 buy-in. Fun day Sunday. It's
Cowboys are going to be back on, I think, midday game, so 3 or 3:30 kickoff. So we'll have the tournament at 1 for the
30K starting stack.
Yeah,
15-minute
blinds.
levels.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be a super fun one.
And then my absolute favorite,
6 o'clock.
craziness about to pursue this.
Yep.
It's crazy pineapple time. So right here at PhD, so 6 p.m.
Yep, $125 buy-in.
This was a blast last
Crazy
week.
pineapple.
This was an absolute blast.
3
And we
cards.
Didn't know. Oh, there's Shane right now on screen. I'm pointing
There
as
it
if you
is.
can see.
They can see him. He's right there.
Oh, they can. Okay, yes.
They can see him.
Yep. So he's having
He's
a good
right
time.
there. Table
so that
4.
is his stack.
That is his stack. I love it.
So
Happy
people
birthday,
are already
Butcher.
helping him celebrate.
Excellent.
Yeah, so crazy pineapple, 6 p.m. start, but
Yep.
we didn't know what to expect, if it was going to be popular
First time.
or if it was going to
Yeah,
freeze up
first
and nobody's
time.
going to play. Ended up getting, I want to say, 3 tables
We
when all
had
was said
3
and done.
tables going, and yeah, it was a
It was
great
a blast.
tournament. Great
I loved
tournament.
every bit of it.
And then also, we can't stream that one as much as I want to because we've got the next gen boys coming in playing
We
their
do. They have their
2-5 game
standard
at 6
stream game.
o'clock. $1,500 maximum buy-in.
Yep.
2-5 are the limits.
With the A-team commentating crew coming in.
Yeah, Haslett
Brothers?
Haslett House
Yeah,
boys.
that's right.
What? Yeah, Hassel House. I'm not from Texas. I don't know what Haslett House means, but those guys are great in the commentary booth. Love
They
it.
are.
So that's it. Anything else?
No, I think this is everything
PLO
for us.
tournament on Tuesday.
Yes.
$200 buy-in, 30K starting stack, 20-minute levels.
Yep.
That was a big hit.
It
I
was
think
a
we
big
had
hit.
3 tables for that on
It
Tuesday.
looked like a lot of fun.
I think that's it, man. Other than that,
Thank you for joining us today. So
sorry for
please-
the difficulties in the beginning. I think that was my fault with that YouTube scheduling. I won't do that again next time.
live and learn.
But that's it.
We get better and better.
I love it.
All right, so tomorrow, same bad channel. Thank you for joining us. I'm Matt. This is Eric. Signing off.
Bye.